Don't you move.
Hey, what's up, family? Listen, I want to encourage somebody real quick with this right here. Don't move, because it's not over. Okay, so check this out. Me and my wife, man, we went to the movies yesterday to see the new Spider-Man. It was a real amazing movie, real good. And so one thing about Spider-Man or any Marvel movies, what they do is once the movie is over, they play ending credits like the movie is going off. But after all the ending credits, they have another piece of movie clip that they show. And so if you're not familiar with the Marvel Studios and their movies, you don't know they do this, right? And so as we were sitting in the theater and they began to end the movie like a movie ends, some people stayed put because they knew something was coming next. But I noticed way more people walked out of the movie than those who stayed. And once I seen that, I was like, man, they must not be familiar or they must not know that there's something after this. And immediately, y'all, when I said that, God began to speak to my spirit. How many of us have been in situations where we really thought was the end and it looked like the end was really in sight? It had approached us, it had manifested in our life, and we began to move not knowing that there was something after this. Listen, I'm here to tell you, the word of God says that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Man, all throughout the Bible, there were so many stories where it looked like it was over, but then something happened right after the ending credits. Listen, Jesus always shows up in situations that look like they're over. I remember when Lazarus died and his sisters came up to Jesus and said, God, if you had been here, he would not have died. And I remember when Jesus went to the tomb and they told him, by this time, Lazarus stink. In other words, they were saying, God, it's over. And I remember Jesus saying, I am the way, I am the life, I am the resurrection. Do you believe that he can live? In other words, what Jesus was saying, whenever I show up to a situation, it's never over. And so he asked them, do you believe that this is possible? To believe in God is to stay put even when trials, even when things are breaking out in your life. See, the people at the movie theater, they got up and they left because they believed that it was over. And see, this the thing. They wasn't tripping because their eyes told them that the movie was over. This is why God said the just shall live by faith and not by sight, because we're going to go through trials. We're going to go through situations in our life, and in our carnal way of viewing things, it's going to look like the situation is over. But I need somebody that's going to be like us and the rest of the people that stays seated. We got to know that there's something after the ending credits. So you got to know, even though I'm weeping and pain and all this stuff, it's enduring for the night and it's looking though it's over, you cannot be moved because there's more. Joy comes right after in the morning.